In the video, in the meantime. Hey guys, it's Crystal. So today's topic is going to be about infertility because this week is National Infertility Awareness Week. So I thought that I would share my thoughts, some facts, and my story in hopes to shed some light on a subject that at times can seem dark and lonely. Infertility is defined as the inability to conceive after 1 year of unprotected intercourse or the inability to carry a pregnancy to live birth. 1 in 8 couples have trouble getting pregnant or sustaining a pregnancy. Approximately 44% of women with infertility have sought medical assistance. Of those who seek medical intervention, approximately 65% give birth. And infertility affects men and women equally. I had recorded an infertility video about 5 or 6 years ago when I was roughly 23 years old. By this point, I had known that I suffer from infertility for roughly about 3 years. For me, infertility is caused by polycystic ovary syndrome, commonly referred to as PCOS. In easy terms, I have cysts on my ovaries that cause a wide variety of symptoms, both physical and emotional. But the main symptom is infertility. I learned about this when I was 20. I took immediate action and I went to go talk to my doctor about medications, treatments, etc., etc. I started on medication and unfortunately it did absolutely nothing for me. So I went back to my doctor's office and we talked some more. But because of my current location and our finances at the time, due to schooling and part-time jobs, etc., we couldn't do much more, so the waiting game began. Once we moved to a place that provided financial support and close amenities, I started the emotionally daunting task of infertility treatments. The first step, of course, is being the testing. So even though I knew that I had PCOS, the fertility clinic that I was going to wanted to confirm that for sure, which is totally understandable. So I had to go through a series of tests, and I went to that clinic so often, I felt like I lived there. And I did not want to live there because the stress of the tests and the emotional trauma I experienced with these tests was so intense that I would cry every single day just to release the tension. After a while, even though I knew I had the support of my husband and my family and my friends, I still felt incredibly alone. And because of the tests, because they're so invasive and there's no such word as privacy, I felt kind of dirty. And that's just my experience. Some of you might not feel that way or understand why I felt that way, but I found it very emotionally scarring. So after all the tests were done, we got the news that the medication and the treatment that I was supposed to be going on would cost thousands of dollars, despite what we were told at the beginning of treatment, that no money would be needed from us at any time during this procedure. Clearly, we were misinformed. Because we didn't have the type of money and we didn't have health benefits at the time, it was back to the waiting game. This, again, made me grow frustrated and sad and just feeling really alone. I didn't really talk about my infertility a lot back then. And in my video, you will see how emotionally distraught I was about this. So, cue video. Feeling disappointed. I feel I'm feeling kind of sad. I'm feeling kind of hopeless. Let me just say that infertility plus wanting a baby / starting a family equals
not fun. It equals lots of tests that you don't want. It equals stress beyond belief. It equals disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. It equals avoidance. Whenever someone I know gets pregnant, I'm happy for them, don't get me wrong. I'm not totally selfish and rude. But it hurts. It's a constant struggle to push myself forward. It's hard. Us women need each other. And there's no way we can do this alone. There's no way.
Now, roughly 6 years later, I have a new outlook on infertility and how it affects my life. I don't cry anymore when I see pregnant ladies or when I see new babies. I am rather excited when I see a pregnant lady, and I just think that they're so cute and adorable, and I'm extremely happy for them, and I love holding babies, and I feel so happy for people who can experience that whole experience. I have come to terms that having a child is something that I probably won't experience, and although this may sound really sad, I choose to look at the positive side of things. For me, having infertility is a sign of strength. It shows me that I can withstand yet another challenge in my life, and the fact that I am sitting here today talking openly about it and in a positive manner proves that in those 6 years since the last video, I have walked a very long way, and I am very proud of myself. For those who have successfully had a child through IVF or other treatments, I congratulate you. For those who are still in the throes of testing and treatments, I urge you to hold on just a little bit longer, to fight a little harder, and to have patience. Everything good comes slowly and in good time. For those of you who are just starting the tests and treatments, I wish you luck for the future. I want you to know that crying is totally okay. It's actually really, really healthy to cry. And after every test or treatment that you go through, I recommend getting yourself a reward for afterwards, because these tests are not easy. Like I said before, they are invasive, and there's no such word as privacy. If you suffer from infertility or know someone who does, I would love to hear your story in the comment section below. In the meantime, like I had previously stated in the video I recorded about 6 years ago, I still think that we need to stick together and support one another and just provide that relief to our fellow infertility sufferers. I will provide some support forms in the description box below, so feel free to check that out. And thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.